welcome to Talking Trash.
Talking Trash.
Talking Trash. And
Shoulda known.
In one corner we have Nellynell.
Here.
And in the middle corner we have Hozai.
What's good? Middle corner?
Middle corner.
Always the
And
middle corner.
these are going to be two special guests today because
They're from the research lab.
they are from the research lab of
Yo, it jumped.
what?
Sorry for the technical difficulties. We are getting armor built for us for Iceborne.
Technical difficulty.
It's going to be a expansion that is filled with so much content already. Well worth the price tag, and
It's $40, right?
Yep.
yeah, that's well worth it. It's basically a whole nother game.
Yeah.
A lot of returning monsters, new monsters, new location, some new mechanics. It's really gonna be great. Really an awesome thing to look forward to. So yeah, let's kick off this discussion. So Brian didn't really get into Monster Hunter till World. I started with Monster Hunter World, but
Really?
yes,
Yeah.
I started with World, but then I fell in love with Generations Ultimate.
I really thought you would have been up to like, what was the latest on the 3DS?
Generations Ultimate.
I would have thought that.
Generation.
Yeah, I would have thought that
Before it went to the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really have a 3DS. If I would have had 3DS, probably
Yeah.
most likely. But definitely, Generations Ultimate is my favorite. Especially when I had surgery. That was the game I was playing the most on the Switch.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It was tough. What about you guys, Jose?
So, technically, I tried to get into Monster Hunter with, 3 Ultimate for 3DS, I think. But I never really got into it because I kind of have a crippling fear of deep water. And that was the one that introduced underwater combat, and I did not realize this, so I got a few missions in and never picked it up afterwards. But Nellynell actually got me into Generations on 3DS, and that was when I got really hooked. And right around when I was getting pretty into the game is when they announced Monster Hunter World, and I was super excited. So I was like, all right, cool. Now I have a console game to play, for this. And honestly, for a while, I wasn't really that much into gaming anymore. Like, I kind of died off, but Generations kind of helped me get back into it. And World, really, it was like the first game I was like excited for in a long, long time.
Yeah. What about you, Renal?
I would say Freedom Unite for the PSP. That's when I really was like heavily got into it. I started out as a Gunlance, then I got my friend into it, but then when Tri came out, I switched to Longsword. And the underwater mechanic, I remember fighting, the Elder Dragon, I think Cetus, and the Gold Bear to Cetus. Yeah, those like whale-sized Elder Dragons. Then from there, I went to Gen and Gen Ultimate on 3DS. I tried to play it, but the 3DS I had was like too small, so I took a break. Then when World came out, that's when I jumped back into it again. And that's when everything changed. I went from Insect Glaive, Dual Blades, all of it. It was amazing.
Damn, Bobby.
I understand that armor is very hard to build, but you have to. So,
But,
What
yeah.
happens when they don't have a table? They gotta use the wall.
Right?
I don't know why they gotta use the wall, but they gotta use the wall.
they're like, damn, we have no space
At all.
I told them to really reinforce that armor because I gotta fight the Tigrex.
Y'all should. Tetsu's a monster I wish they would put in World. I think he'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, probably an Iceborne, the update. You know what I'm
Maybe.
saying?
Well, yeah, that's actually one of the next things I want to talk about was since Iceborne's coming out, we have a lot of returning monsters. We have the Tigrex, Nargacuga, Barioth, Zinogre, Yin Garuga. who's another one? Glavinus and Brachydios.
Yeah.
Those are some fan favorite returning monsters. What?
Rajang.
Oh, Rajang
yes.
too. Oh my god, no. We don't want to talk about that Super Saiyan monkey.
That Super Saiyan Donkey Kong looking ass.
Throwing spirit bombs and Kamehameha waves.
That hyper beam.
Yeah, he's not a fun time.
But definitely, what are for you guys right here, Brian? This you wouldn't really know much of the older monsters, but what are some other monsters that you would like to see either end up in World, in an expansion, or maybe a sequel to Monster Hunter World?
Tetsukabra is definitely in there because I thought it was an interesting. It's a big frog.
Yeah,
But he's like
he's like a bulldog frog.
He's like a bulldog frog. He burrows. He
dies. He boulders and just jumps.
He digs up boulders with it. He has like tusks.
Oh, wow.
And then he like throws them at you. He has like belly flops and stuff. I think he's interesting. I think in Generations was like the first hard monster I fought, because the other ones were like, yeah, it's difficult, but it was difficult because the game is difficult. This monster was like hard, and it was a lot of fun. And I think he's a good early game monster, because a lot of the monsters they're adding are like flagship monsters, end game monsters and stuff. I think a couple of low level guys that are like returning fan favorites or returning staples would be interesting. So Tetsukabra would probably be my pick.
Do you remember, what was that? The bird monster. I forgot what the electric, the thunder. It was green.
Astalos?
Astalos, yes.
Actually, the rest of the
one.
Fated Four would be good. Gameth, Astalos, and Mitsuzune would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those are more
the
likely.
Bubbles with Mitsuzune.
Yeah, the Bubble Dragon?
Yeah.
That sounds
No,
pretty
yeah.
valid.
He's
Mitsuzune
beautiful monster. He's not that difficult compared to the others, but he's a beautiful monster.
Yeah, he throws bubbles, and some of them are buffs and debuffs.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
One was like a health buff.
Yeah, and it makes the floor like soapy, so you're like sliding around and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really interesting concept. To be
The
honest.
armor for it is like if you keep rolling, you make yourself all sudsy, so it'll boost your evasion.
Oh, that sounds valid, yo.
Yeah.
Then Gameth is a giant ice elephant.
Oh yeah.
I would have thought that would have been an Iceborne, but
Yeah, well, a lot of people thought, the other. I thought that if they had Glavinus, they were going to put the other three in.
Probably not yet.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. One of my friends, Jacob, he sent me a thing in an interview, and they said that the rest of the Fated Four are kind of not coming in because he feels that there's too much Generations representation in this Iceborne. So I feel like there are some monsters already in this expansion that we don't know about,
Yeah.
or they already have some monsters slated for the next year, like within a year roadmap that are going to be appearing from Generations. I mean, they said that.
How about the Jetpack Dragon?
Oh, Valstrax. That would be interesting. I really want to see Gore and Shigaru.
Yeah.
I want to see them too. Gore and Shigaru are like my number one favorite monster, just because, especially like with Gore, it was just he was crazy. Like you just didn't know what was going on at certain points, and then like he spreads his wings and he has 2 extra arms, and it's like, yo, what?
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
And just like the whole color scheme look of Gore like was awesome, and then the fact that like he actually finally finished evolving into an Elder Dragon and you get Shigaru, which is like all golden and just as crazy.
That's not something that you like see often, right? That there's an actual baby form and an adult form.
Yeah.
In one
One
game,
fight.
yeah, like because and the baby form is no joke. Like Gore is not a joke.
Yeah.
But like you've seen, like there's male and female versions of the same monster, like Rasha, Teostra, Rathalos, Rathian, etc., etc. But we don't really see like, hey, there's this terrifying monster that was still terrifying when it was smaller.
Yeah.
And you gotta fight both.
Yeah, definitely. That's one monster I like to see. I know a lot of the community wants to see the return of Lagiacrus.
What's a look? Got it, Chris.
The thing that made me quit try.
Yeah, but there's issues still technical issues still going on with that. But I firmly believe that they're still trying their very hardest to get Legaia in.
He's a prehistoric underwater dinosaur looking thing.
Water and thunder.
Yeah.
Water and thunder.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, he's crazy too. Like he'll curl up into a ball and then go like that, and it's just shock waves of like thunder.
That's crazy. So like, being in this topic, like, do you guys have any like favorite moments or like memorable moments for playing any like Monster Hunter?
I'll start off.
I got a
this
few
one.
for him.
I got a few. One of them was definitely when playing Generations Ultimate and drinking the potion. You know how like in the older games, like not in World you could like drink and walk. In Generations, you come to a full stop. And
Yeah, I saw it when he showed me the video.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite moments was I was fighting Gore, and I was running away low on health, and he's going on his rampage, slamming down his fist, and I drink the potion, and just when I go like this, he does his last slam, and there's an explosion right behind me, and I was like, that was like one of my favorites. But definitely another fun memory was playing when Brian got to see the Basilicus for the first time. He's like, what in the hell? What is that? Oh no, you can suck my butt.
I think everybody when they first saw Basil had a similar like what? Like what is? Because it no matter, I forget like what mission it is, but you're in the middle usually fighting a monster, you're doing something, and then this just shadow shows up, and then it lands, and the camera just, he's like, hey, look at this. And then I'm just like,
what the fuck is that?
What is that? Yeah, like whatever you're doing doesn't matter anymore. The monster you're fighting starts paying attention to Basil, because like that thing is no joke. It's probably my favorite monster from World.
Yeah.
Just his armor is amazing.
Yeah, what are some? I could probably think of one for you guys, and I know it's when I started with
Diablos.
Yes.
I want to hear this
just
one.
about to say that too.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
want to hear Ronell.
Yeah, you go. Tell someone about John's love affair with Diablos.
Oh man, it was this one time we was fighting, and I know I was about to die, and I'm sitting there recovering. Then the Diablos was coming straight for me. Then it just stopped as John was coming down, and just beeline went after John, and he just instant faint. I was like, "What happened?"
It's weird obsession with killing John.
It's so bad.
It was so funny.
It's
like Diablos wasn't in Generation, so I never fought it before World. But I really appreciated like the like design of it, and I loved its roar. But it really didn't like John.
No, like, I was like it was just how they described it. I would, as soon as I would walk in, that thing would turn around and it was instant faint. And like at the time too, I was using a bow gun. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna switch to a bow gun. I'm gonna like get this thing from far away. I'm gonna let them do the work. So I'm sitting there with the bow gun, doosh, 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 and then it just like it gets hit, and it's like, you said what? And just like ran towards me.
No matter what we did, we couldn't stop it. It would not stop.
That's
we were
funny.
wailing on it.
Flashbang it.
It would
Yeah,
not stop. Oh my god.
That was definitely a fun moment. But now like me and the Diablos, we kind of cool.
We're cool people.
We're kind of cool. It's the other one that I gotta watch out for.
Yeah.
Like for me, I had to be when we fought. I think it was the Adjunith, and we was like screaming, "Give me back my son! Give me back my son!" It was that monster, wasn't it?
It was Adjunith, yeah. Yeah.
Like literally, that one was pretty much one of my favorite moments. One of my worst moments had to be when I freaking got hit by. I don't understand why the B-52 hates me that much.
Because it hates everybody.
No, that was the funny thing. If you guys seen one of our older videos for Road to Iceborne, you clearly could see it. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out.
Link will be in the description.
Yeah, it's basically I'm fighting it, and I'm like, go, just run. take care of it. Go after Baroth. I'll take care of the basil. And like I'm fighting it, all of a sudden this thing starts flying away, right? And I'm like, okay, it's leaving. All of a sudden I'm looking at where it's flying, and I just see a cliff here, and the next thing I know, it says Blopez had fainted, and I was
it's B Lopez.
It's Blopez. It's Blopez. But
there's no space.
Yeah,
Bryant.
But that was hysterical, and I couldn't help but laugh because it was just like. It really wanted Brian.
It literally, like, I don't know what it is, because the second time I was with these guys, and I'm just like, he's like, yo, Brian, run. I'm like, I bet. He's like, he doesn't like caves. So I'm like hiding, literally. I'm hiding.
I said go underground. You stopped halfway.
Bro, but I'm thinking like, yo, his head's not going to fit in this. This thing is
You
too
were
small.
wrong.
I was completely wrong, bro.
Yo, I should have known.
Big facts. Bro, these guys got their point of views, and they're like, yo, you got hit by the bomb. I'm like, no, bro, I got hit in the face with his mouth. He was like, yeet.
No, but that was definitely good memories. Any other fun memories?
I would say, speaking of which, since the Rajang is coming out, my fight with it, I had Tigrex armor. It was not a good choice for the fact that it was weak to thunder.
Yeah.
So I got the Obituary armor, which is the beetle armor, and I had to beat it with the longsword. It was like I was about to die. He threw a spirit bomb at me.
Oh, nice.
But I dodged it.
Good
I
shot,
think
man.
another good memory was Kova Tarath. And
Oh,
playing with
the
Jose.
shoes thing?
We're loading up cannons, and he's like, the shoes thing! That's the shoes thing, and he was just going around saying every cannon and just do.
I think the best one was like you guys were fighting, and then you were just like, wait, Jose, where are you? You just
Where's that coming from? Where did you get there?
Yeah, that was fun.
Good stuff right there. Good stuff. So we're talking about now, how would you guys feel like, or is there like a new feature or even an old feature you guys would want to see coming into like either future expansions or even in the next like couple of updates in like
I have one request, and I don't know if they're gonna bring it back. The community is still torn on it, and I know because of in the past it was really basically due to controls. The controls weren't fluid enough for it. But I like to see water combat. I've never got to deal with it, but I think.
Oh, he don't like that.
And I know like a lot of the fan base does not want it back, just due to the fact that like it's the controls were very hard. But like now we see World, and World is so fluid with the movement, like everything.
The controls and the camera.
Yeah, and
that was the hard part. You were in the water, and the whole stage, like let's say the stage was like around this big, and you think, okay, you're used to just being able to see everything, but then it's also like that deep, and all there's stuff below you, and you can't really look up, down, and to the side at the same time. So the mission that I was talking about that made me stop was just it's a standard thing they do in Monster Hunter. It's like, hey, we have this really scary monster, but we're not going to introduce you to it in a mission where you fight it. You're doing something else, and it just shows up. And it happens a lot. It happened with Nergigante in World. It happened with Glavenus in Generations. So you're just swimming. You're just swimming, and then all of a sudden, your handler starts screaming at you, like, get out of there, and you're like, what the hell? And you just see it slide into the water, and it's just like ripples, and it comes up from under you, and you're just running for your life. And I was just like, yeah, this ain't fun, like, because you feel helpless, and I think that's why I didn't like it. But if the controls and the camera were improved, maybe I would give it another shot, because I mean, what am I gonna do? Just skip out on a whole expansion?
There's a whole bunch of like water monsters that are really cool. Like Legiacris is one of them.
Well, they've made him into a land fight before, but it's not the same.
It's not
It's
like
not.
he's fun, but like compared to seeing him like in the water fight, so I was like, wow, that looks a lot more fun.
Yeah.
All right, so like for you, Renell, like what do you prefer, like a new feature or like bringing back an old feature?
We say with all the graphics and stuff. Even though it's in Gen Ultimate, I love the styles.
Yes.
Like the Depth style, the Brave style, like those two are my favorite styles.
Yeah.
Just timing, like with the dual blades, with the Depth styles, you time it right, you dodge. Your dodge is a spinning attack.
Oh wow!
It's not just a normal dodge.
Yeah. In Generations, instead of just you pick a weapon, but then you also pick a style. And there's 6 in Ultimate, right?
Yeah.
6 in Generations Ultimate. So you could be like I use Hunting Horn, and then that's what's the normal one? Brave? No.
The Brave was one of the new ones. The normal one was what was it again?
But there's like
So,
all these different ones, and it completely changes some of the moves you can do.
Yeah.
Like it takes things away. There's an aerial style where it makes all the styles able to jump. There's one that it just focuses on offense, and it gives you more hunter arts, which is what I would want to come back. That's a big one.
Yes.
But you lose some other features like your combo potential. There's a lot of like 2 different horn users could be playing completely different games because of that, like different fighting styles.
It definitely gave more to the hunters, like different styles beyond the weapons.
Yeah.
So like I forget the one that I used, but it was definitely the newer styles, and you were able to like take this stance, like a sheathing stance, and if you were to get hit at the time you're sheathing your weapon, you wouldn't take damage. You would either do like a dodge and your weapon will automatically go away, or you hold it and your bar fills up faster.
Oh, okay.
And like that was fun because then like you get this, you only get like one hunter art, right? And the hunter arts were like they said, special moves. Like they were awesome moves. So in Generations Ultimate, I play the Great Sword a lot, and the one move that I have allows me to basically like somersault, and it takes the sword and like flips it like that.
Oh wow.
As well. So it makes it easier to like cut off tails. It makes it easier to mount the monster and stuff like that. And those were pretty cool. What was another thing? But yeah, there's like different hunting arts. Like I remember in World, I was like, man, there should be this move where like you, because I was playing the Great Sword, there should be this move where you kind of kick up the sword and like kick up dirt.
Yeah.
And then I played Generations Ultimate. Guess what? There's a hunter art that's like that. Like you take the sword and you drag it on the ground and you go like that.
Oh wow.
There's a hunting horn art that it just applies all your songs at once, which it sounds silly, but it's very useful to, like in certain situations, because normally you'd have to do the note combo, then play this horn, and then you do that for each song. This you get like for, I used not the Diablo's horn, the Devil Joe horn. I would get attack up L, defense up L, HP up L, wind resistance all at once, and it just like made me much more dangerous, and it's like quick. So it's little things, and you have to charge the bar up and stuff.
Yeah.
Gun lances, they have like this ability, like how gun lances are slow, they can't really move. There's an ability where it'll boost you with the shot to make it to the monster, and you could turn it to slam the gun lance to fire the cannon again once you make it there. That's one of the hunting arts.
That sounds pretty valid. Like I like what they're doing in Iceborne, like right now with the whole mounts and stuff like that.
Yeah, you always with that clutch claw.
I'm messing with the clutch claw.
I'm Spider-Man. The Dominican Spider-Man. Claro que sí. Mira, papi.
But see, this is like if this is more of a casual thing. Imagine having VR Monster Hunter.
That would be scary.
I'd be terrified.
But still, though, wouldn't you want to see how it feels like to be a hunter?
It would run for my life.
Yeah.
It would be really cool, but I also know that it would be really scary at the same time. Like, but
like VR Pokemon.
Yeah,
that'd be terrifying. I would like to see if, we've had 16 weapons for a while now, right?
Yeah, we should have like a new weapon.
But
what other weapon?
We need another blunt
Boxing
weapon.
gloves.
That's what I'm saying. We need another
But you
blunt
kinda,
weapon.
sometimes
Dual.
you get that with like the dual blades.
But it's always cutting.
It's
Only in
cutting.
their face,
Tonfas.
it's just like stun, bang.
Tonfas or something
yes,
like that.
tonfas.
Something.
Nunchucks.
Ooh,
something.
you see, like just like that. Like
Yeah,
how
something
Yeah.
Auto
blunt
bombs.
damage that's fast because there's only two blunt damage weapons and they're both slow as shit. And that's the drawback.
Even like a staff, like more like
A bow staff.
bow
Like a
staff,
bow.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty cool.
like an elemental thing, like where you could like shoot spells or something. I don't
Well,
know.
kind of like that's what is it? Freaking the not Monster Hunter, the Fortnite Monster Hunter,
Dauntless.
Oh,
Dauntless.
yeah.
Dauntless. They have
Dual pistols.
They have dual pistols.
Yeah.
They have a shotgun hammer.
Mhm.
You know, they have weird stuff.
Yeah,
but-
that would definitely work for like.
Yeah, I think I love the hunting horn. The hammer's awesome. They both have their little thing that they do, but I feel like another blunt weapon, just piling on stamina reduction or piling on like KO like really quickly would be useful. And then the trade off is you can't cut any parts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'd be good.
But last question: favorite monsters?
We already kind
Favorite one monster. One. You
of,
technically didn't say like.
yeah, that's true.
okay. Well, definitely for me, Gormagala.
Yeah.
I thought it was Hozai, because you've been killing.
No,
that thing.
Valhazak is like one of my favorites in world, but
world.
all-time favorite, Gormagala.
Zinogre. The lightning wolf boy. So cool. So
I would like
majestic.
to see it come into world. It would be like the silver and gold Rathalos Sarathian.
Interesting. I kind of like the new. What is it? The ice.
Volcana?
Volcano. He's so majestic.
Yeah.
Bro, that day when I saw it, like I was just like,
It's pretty.
it's
Yeah.
pretty.
I mean,
Kushala I like a lot too.
Shout out
A
to you.
shiny silver dragon. It's awesome. It's just a very classic design. But it's like very like sick. And I love Monster Hunter showing like how they live.
Yeah.
You know, like they show the ecology, like what they do,
Yeah.
how they hunt, how they eat, how they live. There's one with the Kushala. It shows it like shedding its skin, because like when it gets old, like the skin gets all rusty, and it gets like because it's like metal, and then they shed it, and it's like all a sheet of metal underneath
Damn.
it. It's just
That's cool.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah, like, so Iceborne is releasing. One more thing I wanted to bring out was the fact that the older games had really cool variations to the weapons
yes.
and armor as well. And World kind of took a step back from that. The weapons were very similar looking, especially with the trees, but now in Iceborne they really brought back variations. and
Yeah, I
looks.
saw that.
So-
I was like, wow.
So that's gonna be something to be excited for, and so Iceborne releases, and we have a squad session that's up for Basura Gaming Club. So definitely, if you guys want to join us, hit us up, DM us, join us.
We might. We have. Are we gonna have that server up too as well?
Yeah, we're working on a Discord server. We're just coming up with some rules first, but we're gonna have a Basura Gaming Club Discord server, so you can catch us in there.
Yeah. So if y'all want to ever hunt the monster, we
Definitely down for it. But
you guys discuss your little wager.
before we go, there's gonna be a video dropping. It's a very sad video. It's kind of pathetic when you really think about it.
John's pathetic.
Yeah. What he said. We got to play the beta. It was me, Nellynell, and Bryant. And we went hunting the Tigrex. Now in Generations Ultimate, Tigrex never gave me a problem. Well, in World, it's proving to be a big problem.
Big threat.
I die a whole bunch of times. So, Bryant came up with a wonderful
Bet.
wager and bet, and I agreed to it. And so now we are going to make it public for everybody to know. Bryant, would you like to?
I want you guys to write in the comment section who will win, Tigrex or John. So the bet is if John loses all 3 times.
Okay, wait. First, let's clarify something. This has to be my first run of the Tigrex.
Yes.
First run.
First run of the Tigrex. And if he gets carded 3 times, he has to get a tattoo of the Tigrex on. I don't know where you're gonna put it.
I still haven't decided yet, but yeah, I have to get a Tigrex of the tattoo.
As a tattoo. And on top of it, it's gonna say quest failed.
It's good enough. I agree to it, right? But if I win, my boy Bryant's got to buy me that wonderful statue of the Tigrex. Isn't that right, my boy?
Yes.
You better hope I don't win.
Oh, I hope. Oh, I know you're not gonna win.
Oh.
That difficulty is gonna be big high.
Shadow the Dragon Tigrex.
So, before we end it off, what do you guys think?
You got this, John. I believe in you.
I really want you to win. I really want you to win. I'm not sure if you will. Oh, we are not allowed to interfere at all.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be watching. We might. Are we allowed to buff? Are we allowed to buff?
You're allowed to buff, but no
life powders.
Life powders are okay. Just no actually getting involved in the fight.
Okay.
Okay.
So we will be observing.
We'll be cheerleaders for John.
Yeah, I just hope. I really hope.
I mean,
we
okay,
win.
look, I'm gonna point this out, right? They gave us a preset armor choice, and that's not really how I roll. That armor set skills was not how I roll. I'm just saying, like, I got attack boost 7 and defense boost 6 on my armor set currently. So,
All right.
Alright.
I believe in you.
You don't believe
I
in me?
don't.
I believe in you, John. It's okay.
I don't believe in you. Not on your first run.
Yeah.
If it was like
Second or third, maybe.
yeah,
but-
if it was like, hey, this is the first time fighting the Tigrex, and then you fight a stronger version of it later, and that's the version you're going up against him with, I'd bet on you, guaranteed.
Man, that's the rank.
Like,
You
but
got this.
but this is
You don't got this, John. You don't got this.
Well,
I really want you to win.
We'll
but-
kind of find out by the weekend. Hopefully, I mean, I get it Friday. We all get it
Yeah,
We all
Friday.
get
so
it Friday.
I don't know how soon we'll see the Tigrex, but
First mission.
oh my god,
that'd be funny.
I mean,
I would cry.
Well, all right. So, in the world beta, what were the fights?
Jagras.
It was Jagras, Baroth, and Anjanath, right?
I think so. And then another beta came out with Nurg.
With Nurg. So, what were the beta fights for
Jagras.
Iceborne? For Iceborne? Is
Yeah,
Jagras
Jagras.
again?
That new one on
Bonboro.
Bonboro
and
Tigrex.
And
It didn't take us very long to fight Anjanath.
No,
And that was stage 3 of the beta.
Oh yeah, that was stage 3.
It's not going to take you that long to fight Tigrex. And
but it gave us a lot less time. That's what the crazy
Because it was
part
the
was.
beta, yeah.
Well, yeah, the beta.
No, but the other two monsters we fought was like 30. I think was it 30 minutes?
No, there were 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Really? I could have sworn it was 30.
Volcano was 15.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So
But-
it's probably sooner than you think.
but
It's
like
probably after Bonboro and the
Yeah.
Sharky dude.
Well, he apparently shows up in Rotten Vale and in Hoarfrost.
So just don't go there.
So,
Yeah,
Don't
John.
go there.
Just don't go to Rotten Vale.
but okay, but like either way, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So just keep an eye out. And we
Expeditions don't count, right? If you're just
shall- no,
Hell no.
It's
Yeah,
first-
if you're just wandering the wastes and all, the thing just pops up. And it's like I heard you were talking shit. I don't think
So okay, wait, hold up. So assuming that there's probably gonna be like some cutscenes to this.
Yeah.
So the first one that has a cut.
So when I see it and everything for like the first time, do I just quit the expedition and then wait for you guys?
Yeah, because it's gonna be more difficult for you. I'm just saying, Tigrex was like, I likes you and I wants you.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
And then what was that fucking moose thing was there?
Bonboro.
Yeah, he was like, he likes you and he wants you.
He kept showing up out of nowhere.
What's it gonna be, John? What's it gonna
the
be?
easy way or the hard way?
Choice is yours.
Yeah, no.
What's it gonna be, John? Freaking Bonboro. All right, good luck, John.
Good luck, man. You got this.
We shall know by the end of the weekend.
Well, my dear friends, you beautiful dumpster divers, you trash people, trash, so trash.
So dirty.
We'll see you next time.
Tell them how dirty.
Oh, you big dirty. We'll see you next time on the next episode of Talking Trash.
Peace.
Peace.
Goodbye.